Whether you are just starting out, looking for something new, or just seeing what's out there, the Gamasutra Job board is the place where game developers move ahead in their careers. Gamasutra's job board is the most diverse, most active, and most established board of its kind in the video game industry, serving companies of all sizes, from indie to AAA. Here are just some of the many positions being advertised right now. If you are a recruiter looking for talent, you can also post jobs here. Location: Culver City, California. Heart Machine is a small, deeply motivated and close-knit team located in Los Angeles. Our focus is gameplay that's engaging, fluid and fun, while also building atmosphere through lush art and sound design. We are immensely excited to be creating things we love every day. Our next project is ramping up production, using Unreal 4-inch, a fully 3D gameplay experience. We are looking for talented, passionate, smart and good people to become part of our crew, to help build and shape something ambitious and completely unique from the ground up. As a critical anchor for the project, you will be crafting code for character interactions, API interactions, scripted sequences, combat, environmental interactions, and much more. Help us build something satisfying and fluid while overcoming new and exciting challenges in gameplay. Location: Bellevue, Washington. Soulbound Studios is seeking a few full-time gameplay programmers to join the dedicated team working on Chronicles of Elyria here in Bellevue, WA. In this position, you will be collaborating with other gameplay programmers and designers to bring the innovative new features of Chronicles of Elyria to life. Whether it's dynamic environments, characters that grow old and die, or systems of player-run governments and economies. Here at Soulbound Studios, we believe in pushing the boundaries of innovation to create meaningful gameplay experiences. Location: Los Angeles, California. FoxNext Games, a world-class mobile game development studio, is in search of a new artist to join one of our development teams. We need a strong creative contributor with an exceptional understanding of interface design and mobile user experience. Your passion for games and thoughtful, intuitive interface design helps to bring engaging experiences to other players and contribute to one of the most visually ambitious mobile experiences ever. Location: San Francisco, California. If you are interested in taking first-person shooters to the next level, Impulse Gear is looking for you. Impulse Gear is seeking a mid-senior animator to help push the boundaries of our virtual reality worlds. Daily tasks would involve the creation of unique character animation, motion capture processing, skinning, developing physics assets, and more. The ideal candidate will have had previous success as a mid-senior level animator, outstanding communication skills, a creative mindset, experience working with the Unreal Engine for animation and physics systems, a passion for virtual reality, and a strong drive to bring new techniques and workflows into our projects. Location: New York. New York. The lead artist will have a balance of artistic talent, technical knowledge, and leadership skills. This role is critical to the success of the division by leading key projects for the studio. Responsibilities include directing and participating in the production of all visual material, both environments and characters, being accountable for the visual quality delivered, while staying within technical limits, managing the project artistic team, which will be a mix of internal, remote and outsourcing, and working in partnership with the producer, technical lead and creative lead to hit the project objectives. Bryant Francis, at Bryant 2012, interviews game developers and have us There was Gamasutra. He also runs the GDC Twitch channel. 2019 is upon us. Good Lord, what a tumultuous year it's been. We gave a sad goodbye to some stellar studios, saw some proper accounting for the impact of sexual harassment in the game development workplace, and had constant conversation about how game workers can improve their lot in an industry that can call for intense work conditions. Amidst all the challenges, a lot of great developers put out some seriously great games this year, and we are getting a lot of chances at Gamasutra to celebrate them this week. Today, here's some of the games that your humble contributing editor video producer has truly enjoyed in 2018. 1-bit Studios, Frostpunk was the 2018 game I could never stop thinking about. From the moment my poor survivors reached the totemic generator, sitting in the frozen Arctic North, every decision I spent with this society simulator helped me reckon with the demons of authoritarianism and how much control and the lies you can tell yourself in the name of the greater good. Frostpunk's thoughtful design means that it's not just an arbitrary moral messenger here to warn you of the wills of a police state, a theocratic regime. It's crafted to guide you on a path of different paths of pain points, to remind you that just because you did not commit higher crimes against freedom, your lesser decisions still infringed on the rights of your people, and as the pressure drops, and your city is freed from the frozen snow, in a great sigh of relief, you will look at its become and see how even its physical shape was impacted by how much you do give up in the name of survival. Marvel's Spider-Man is just one emotional pit stop for the well-headed hero who's had a hell of a 2018. He gave his life in the film Infinity War, has reframing his own heroic origins in Spider-Man, Into the Spider-Verse, and when given a shot, Insomniac Games does not waste any time when granted us one of the biggest icons in pop culture. Not only does Marvel's Spider-Man give breath to a dizzying and dynamic traversal system that takes advantage of New York's iconic architecture, Insomniac also uses its mission design and gadget expertise to live a narrative about the struggles of Peter Parker, and how his selfless nature and faith in other people can be used against him. But it's still not a cynical game. It's quippy, it's cute, and it gives Mary Jane Watson something to do. If superheroes are becoming the modern-day mythological heroes, it's great that Insomniac Games injects a meaningful experience in the middle of its well-honed, well-polished technical achievement. Speaking of mythological heroes, Assassin's Creed Odyssey lands on this list, doing its incredible simulation of the ancient Greek world. It's a massive credit to the world artists, the modelers, the architects, and the designers at Ubisoft around the world, who take the Ubisoft open world model and create a compelling, colorful experience out of it. It's a land where wandering away from the main quest takes you to a gorgeous mountain top that's not just a skybox, but has its own small secrets for you to dig up. Its side quests often go beyond just being part of a to-do list, rather show how vibrant, saucy, and overdramatic the great world could be sometimes. It's a history lesson in sex, drunkenness, and adventure, interested in human messiness, not just shiny macguffin baubles. A lot of games on this celebrate the layering of intricate systems that create flashy and dynamic experiences when they all sync together just right. For Long Sales is not one of those games. It's a slow, lonely push across that apocalyptic landscape that moves at its snail's pace, letting you manage the individual components that push your dilapidated land boat forward. and it's just the right kind of slowness and sadness to stand out. In 2018, Locomotive made this game after realizing their student project might just be worth putting out into the broader world, and the company deserves congratulations for making something so polished and thoughtful that it can affect such an emotional attachment to an inanimate object that you learn so much about. Yup, X-Wing Miniatures joins my list again, but for a good reason. I spent much of my gaming time this year anticipating and exploring Fantasy Flight's 2.0 conversion of the tabletop wargame, and it's incredible how the Minnesota-based company managed to perform a career revamp that supported veteran players and created space for new ones to join the game. Fantasy Flight's choice to not only effectively port their 2012 tour new rules set and dip their toes into the waters of app-reliant games shows how the tabletop space is evolving and can find more ways to support players who've been collecting the product for years. More and more,